I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Be Exposed Radio.
It's a family affair if you want to look at it that way.
It is. I totally agree, and I believe I believe that this wisdom on the wall is going to be a movement, and that's what I believe we are doing. Is we're creating a movement where people essentially, even after we've presented in these workshops, then they'll be inspired to sort of document some of the things that they've gone through and empower somebody else. So it'll be like a chain effect. So they'll see that, we were just three women who have gone through various things and experiences in our lives, and we just took the opportunity to sit down, put it in a book, and then it'll be a movement, and then other women will be inspired to do the same thing. Let me tell you, we are better together. We are so much better together, family. I'm telling you. When we band together, put our resources and our experiences together, we can create a movement, and that's what it's about, inspiring people to do more than what they may currently see of their own lives, that they can do so much more. So yeah,
you are exactly right.
Be Inspired Radio Show. Tune in every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m.
Join the club that gives you stuff. Hey, thanks! Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right? Radio Loyalty. Click that banner to join now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Salacious Life Radio, and I am Lynette La Fuerza, the radio host for Old School Bruja Radio, and I'm covering for Dr. Ren Avery. She is out living her best life, God knows where. She's traveling the world, but Dr. Ren, when you see this, because I know you're sleeping wherever you are on the other side of the world, I love you and miss you and can't wait for you to get back. And today we have our special guest, Dee, and Dee is here to join the conversation as we talk about dating in our 30s and 40s, dick appointments, the build-up of the pussy to the letdown, ghosting, just all of these things that come with dating in our 30s and 40s, and dating men, dating women, how this all works. So I am super excited about tonight's show. So on the way here, we were having a conversation about dating and how sometimes we are so protective of ourselves that we tend to block some of the beauty of love and affection that is coming, but we do it for self-preservation because of whatever life has given us. This is what we've built up and what we've learned. But then the other part of that is vulnerability, being vulnerable in a dating situation in our 30s and 40s. Because honestly, we don't have time to waste, right? We're not here to play.
The clock is ticking.
It's ticking. We're not here to, just do hookups and things like that. So tell me what it's been like for you, and tell everyone who you are and why the hell you're here.
Hello everyone, my name is Dee. I am a yoga instructor here in this beautiful city of Baltimore. I have lived here all my life, born and raised in West Baltimore. I have experienced different people, different walks of life, only to get outside of the area to experience these people, only to come back to the area to be with the people. Dating in Baltimore is kind of hard because there's always a 3 degree of separation of someone knows someone who knows someone. So it's not like in a city of like New York or a place like that, that even though it's small, you know, you have a big variety of people. You're going to know someone that's going to know someone that dated someone that was friends with someone, and everybody. It's everyone in Baltimore. But unreasonably and sad to say, when you get to those 30s and 40s for a single woman, it is really hard because the demographic and the pool diminish. It shrinks. Now, if you're one of those, if you're a person in your 30s and you're settled and you're married and you got a good thing, that's beautiful. But it's hard dating when you're in your 30s, especially 40, 42, be 43. It is really hard, especially dealing with your own baggage, and then you got to deal with that other person's baggage, and then you got, you know, hopefully by your 40s you shouldn't have baby mama drama. You shouldn't have baby daddy drama. You shouldn't,
no,
unless you do.
I mean, more than likely, there's going to be children involved.
Yes.
From a past relationship, and more than likely there is going to be an issue.
Yeah.
I don't think that we should go into dating with the expectation that someone's not going to come with any of that, because we've already lived a long time. We've lived 30 plus years.
Yeah.
So we have baggage, we have trauma. It's what we bring to the relationship, right? How do we bring our trauma and our baggage to the relationship? How do we deliver it? Do we deliver it at all? When's the right time to deliver it?
Well, as a yogi, I've learned that you deal with that baggage first before you can even invite somebody in your house. I mean, it's the cliche, how can you invite somebody in your house and it's dirty and you haven't cleaned it up? Clean your house, like Ayala said. I hate quoting her, but you got to do the work. You have to do the work. You have to face it, deal with your drama before you even allow someone in your space. And then you be winding up sleeping alone in a crowded bed. So do the work, clean your own shit. Do your
I like
own
that.
shit.
You'll wind up sleeping alone
in a crowded bed.
In a crowded bed. Wow. That's deep.
I know. I can be deep when I want to be. But you will. You will be sleeping alone in a crowded bed, and then you're going to wake up and you're going to be old and probably incontinent, or whatever you want to call it. And, you know, you'll be like, what the fuck did I just do with my life? I've been horned. I've been jumping from bed to bed, and I'm in a nursing home and I'm going to die alone. We all don't want that. That is some people's worst fears.
Right.
But you can't just jump into any relationship because you're lonely.
That's correct.
And that is what I've learned to do. I have no holds barred. I have been abstinent, celibate for 5 years now. I have not slept with anyone. I haven't really passionately even kissed a man in 5 years.
Okay, hold on.
I know, breathe.
So, I'm talking to a new virgin. The new age virgin.
I always say, if I'm pregnant, I'm either the Blessed Mother or Rosemary's Baby. I'm either having a damnation or immaculate conception. That's the only way.
But 5 years.
5 years.
And 5 years without any dick appointments?
No dick appointments. None.
Not even a potential? No,
Well,
no receiving? No, nothing? No head? Nothing?
Nothing.
How do you live?
I do a lot of fucking yoga.
Oh my God.
And I work out a lot. No, seriously, it is, one of the principles of yoga is to control your sexual energy. And that is what I had to learn to do. Well, number one, I had to heal because I came from a traumatic relationship and I had to heal. So that took a lot of my time. That healing is a lot of energy.
So there was a lot of masturbating.
It was
healing.
Please, that is like what? Masturbation is like drinking water.
I feel like you have a whole closet of toys. 5 years, a 5-year collection.
Oh no, it's my best friend. That is the best work of cinematic art I've ever managed.
Do you have a lifetime membership?
I am. Please, them motherfuckers be like, you back again, bitch? Like, you know, it's like, what? Are you kidding me? But it's one of those things that you have to control it. It is a control. It'll control you. Now I'm at an age where I'm whole, like I'm healed, and I got somebody on my radar right now. Just popped up today.
Venus in retrograde. So Venus in retrograde is something I want to talk about a little further, because it is definitely in line with what you're experiencing right now, and
big time.
It's an intense energy that's coming with it, and it's a frightening energy, and we've
discussed that.
Anxiety-inducing energy, bone shivering.
We discussed that already. We discussed that.
So when I'm just thinking, like, okay, he pops up on the radar. Unexpected. I am so eager to know what the heck you were thinking and feeling in that moment.
The moment that I made it, so
wait, we're not going to get into it just yet.
We're going to go to break.
We're about to go to break in a minute. Let me build this segue up.
Build it up.
So, because I have so many questions, and like, I'm excited for you, because this is a huge thing that's going to turn into a disappointment. No, it's turning into a dick appointment.
Exchange of energy appointment.
It's gonna, tonight's an exchange of energy. Step 2 is a dick appointment. This is what our goals are. Okay. The goal is to turn this energy exchange tonight into a full-blown dick appointment. To just break the cycle of celibacy.
I hope y'all see my eyes. Like.
And then when that happens, it's going to be a full-on earthquake. So we will be right back shortly, and we'll be right here talking about more sex on Salacious Life Radio. Oh man, this is gonna be...
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it, because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait. Mom, what?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story, adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hi, and we are back on Salacious Life Radio, and I'm your cover host for today, La Fuerza, the Old School Bruja, host of Old School Bruja Radio, and Dr. Ren Avery is on vacation, living her best life. So, back to what we were talking about, building it up. So, my lovely Dee here, she has been celibate for 5 years.
Yeah.
Chew on that for just a moment. And she... Every time I say it, I just keep laughing and I can't get through it. Because I'm like, this is real. It's real life.
This is real life. This is real life shit.
So, Jesus Christmas. So, don't make me giggle. Ooh. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
So, she has a special person. For tonight, we're going to call him Blue Shirt. Okay?
What the fuck? Where does Blue Shirt come from?
I don't know. I just feel like we should give him a name.
Blue Shirt?
And we're going to respect the privacy of the gentleman, so we're just going to call him Blue Shirt.
Blue Shirt. Okay. I'm down with that. Blue Shirt.
Blue Shirt. Mr. Blue Shirt.
Mr. Blue Shirt.
So, Mr. Blue Shirt is someone who is coming from the past. And remember, we're in Venus in retrograde. And for those that don't know, Venus in retrograde is a time when past loves pop up, unfinished business with a lover, past lover, new lovers, new interests, exploring new sexual possibilities, and also dealing with a lot of fuckery during this time. And a lot of intense energy, and it feels like we're not even in Venus in retrograde yet. It doesn't start until Saturday, but the shadow energy is so strong that we're all walking around like cats in heat. So my poor girl here is struggling because Venus in retrograde has attacked her uterus, and now there's a gentleman who is sniffing her out, literally?
Well, let's say I sniffed him out first. So
confessing now.
It's not a confession. It's just that the way I separated for 3 years, it was evil and harsh, and I did it purposely. So I had to make amends. Ancestors told me I had to make amends. So I made amends, but I wound up apologizing for the way I parted ways 3 years ago, and then it turned into I don't know, like, this is the only male that I know in existence that his voice just, all my walls just fall, like, just the sound of his voice, just my body betrays me, like,
is it like, hey baby?
Oh my goodness, it's like, it's
up and down.
Really, that song? Showing your age, girl. You're showing your age.
I'm a proud 36, about to be 37.
I'm a proud 42, about to be 43. I'm proud of it. I love to tell people I'm in my 40s. But it's one of those things where he is a little younger, not a tad bit younger than me. Like, he's about 37, 38, I believe so. But I guess it's the energy that we radiate off each other. And
does he feel like your Deuce of Cups, your cosmic affinity?
I don't know. I really don't know. I can't speak for Blue Shirt.
Do you feel like maybe Blue Shirt is a karmic relationship?
He is the only male that I know everything about him, just the smell, his looks, his voice. It really fucks with me.
Hey, Blue Shirt. If you're watching, Blue Shirt, here's my advice to you. Please hit her off real good, okay? Because, honey, I know you're going to do right by her. I already tapped into that energy. But I want you to take care of her real good.
It takes a lot to get to the golden cookie now. Even though he does that, it's still going to take a lot to get to the golden cookie. Golden cookie just not going to be willy-nilly now. Oh, no.
Finesse the golden cookie.
No, you got to finesse more than just the cookie. It's a mental, spiritual, everything before the cookie.
He's going to get there. You got a whole man. She got a whole man. Not some fuck nigga. You got a whole man's man. Got his shit together. Is focused, is like really single, not fake single.
Well, as far as what he says, I have not confirmed or denied anything yet.
I saw your photo, Mr. Blue Shirt. I read you very quickly. It was a very brief, just a scan type of reading. And I really enjoyed looking at your photo, and your energy was very kind and sweet and very chivalrous, much like a Southern man. No, the energy he gave me, the chivalry, because he's straight Baltimore.
Oh, he's straight Baltimore.
But I appreciate you, Mr. Blue Shirt, for taking the time to ask her out on a date. And now I'm excited.
He did not ask me out on a date. Where did this shit come from?
You said he asked you to go out tonight.
No, he asked me to meet with him so I can see him face to face. We haven't seen each other in 3 years, and just give a hug. That's all. Just give a damn hug. That's all. I mean, it's not like he got me sitting drinking whiskey, and you know how I am about my whiskey.
I need you to not just go there for a hug. I need you to go there and really have a good time with him, talk with him, sit with him. I mean, you know what? I want to hear from the audience, those who are listening. Let's get your input on the situation. Please. Don't be bashful either. So you can call in. The number should be posted up on the screen. Or you can talk to me right here on Facebook, and I will respond as we go along. And Latae Harris just said, watch him end up actually wearing a blue shirt. So we'll be right back. We're going to have to go to another break to pay the bill. Stay tuned. Thank you.
It's time for a flashback.
Now, I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
It's just the one you had. That was
this
just.
particular one, right? You know. Yeah. But it's always something that you can.
Go ahead. So can you recollect any signs that you might like?
October 15th or 16th. What is that?
And Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he f***ed his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the dirt. How they bust? Boy, show how they bust.
And then want to cry afterwards. I mean, what the f*** is the point of the tears? I mean, I can see you shake, yeah, and shake it off real quick. But you crying? F*** out of here.
What was he crying for?
Cause baby, this pussy make that. You in? I got that good nasty bitch. The shame.
McLean's Couch every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Only on BeExposedRadio.com.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Salacious Life Radio, and I am your host tonight, La Fuerza, covering for Dr. Ren Avery. And for those just coming in, we have Dee here tonight, and she is just having a wonderful conversation with me about her new dick appointment. He's not a dick appointment yet, let's be clear.
No, he's not. She takes a mountain out of a molehill. It's just Anita.
I'm just manifesting. I'm speaking it into existence.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see.
So, back to the topic.
The topic at hand, please.
The topic at hand is tonight.
Yes.
You're supposed to meet up with him. And wait, if you go and tell me one more time you're just gonna give him a hug,
I am.
I'm canceling the appointment. Okay, let's do this. What do you want the outcome to be for tonight? No limitations. Don't put any restrictions on it. Take all that out of your head.
Just to see if I have a connection. Just to see if I have a connection. I mean, come on, it's been 5 years. I'm kind of a little rusty here.
Okay, hold on a second. But you want to know if you have a connection, but just before the break, you were talking about Blue Shirt's voice makes you shiver.
But face to face. I'm sure, trust me, I'm sure it will, my body will betray me. I know. My body is going to so betray me.
Your body's not going to betray you because your mind is the only thing stopping your body. Your body's going to react the way it's supposed to naturally, carnally. It's just going to happen. Your mind is what's restricting you there. Why?
Let me just hug and smell Blue Shirt. That's all I want to do.
And then go home and
then go to home
and just masturbate because it's problematic.
Well, it might not masturbate. I mean,
it's problematic dick.
Women got to go to work in the morning. You can't be doing too much. I just want to hug them and just go home and go to sleep.
Listen here.
In the morning.
I have to be at work at 6 a.m. sharp. Okay? And
hopefully Blue Shirt do not have me held up longer.
Listen.
It may not even happen because I may get in touch with Blue Shirt. Blue Shirt may be already busy. You know
why are you tainting it with negative thoughts?
It is not negative thoughts.
Don't
it's reality. It's reality.
No. We're speaking things into existence.
Okay, this Venus coming into Venus retrograde is I never had a chance to experience it because I've had walls up. This is not good for me. This is like so beyond me.
Why is it not good for you? Oh, you know what? D is out of her comfort zone.
Exactly.
And D is going to have to
D is in control.
Get all right
D
with
has
that.
always been in control, okay? Since D took her power back, I've been in control, and I am in control of everything.
So you're afraid.
Mind, body, and spirit. I'm in control.
No. That's not how that works.
It's going to work for me, goddammit.
You can't control everything, and you can't control.
I can only control me. I can control
But you can't control who you fall in love with, though.
Who said anything about falling in love?
It doesn't. Who you have feelings for, you can't control that.
Yeah, you can.
No.
I don't believe that. You do. A woman.
If there is a connection, there's a connection.
A woman can meet a man or another woman and know off the bat if they want to be with them, if they want to fuck them, they put them in their category. Trust me. A woman see a person, a man or woman, and she has automatically put him or her in a fuck category or in a friend category.
But what does that have to do with you wanting to feel and be intimate with this gentleman?
My armor.
That armor is going to have to come on down because...
Call me Joan of Arc.
No, but it's not... The thing is, it's not serving you. It's not serving you to have this armor anymore.
I am a Capricorn. This is Capricorn. We are...
My mother was a Capricorn. I get it. And she died a lonely woman. Now listen.
I've never died a lonely person.
I want you to challenge yourself. I want you to challenge yourself and take down some of the armor. I'm not saying take down everything and hand him your panties. All I'm saying is take...
Did I hand him something I don't wear? I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Take down some of the armor,
okay,
so that way you can enjoy what it feels like again. You know what it is? You're already catastrophizing that this is going to end in... I remember my therapist had told me that word. Yes.
New word today.
Catastrophizing.
Okay.
Catastrophizing. It's one of those.
It's one of those.
Someone,
Okay, anyway.
someone who's watching needs to correct me.
Somebody correct. Is that an actual word?
So, fact check, please.
Please. Thank you.
So, you're already saying that this is going to hurt. You're already saying, I fear opening up, even just, like, this is your armor, right? Right up here. Right armor.
Well, I got big.
And this is her. She's like, this is her. Wait. Nah.
But
wait.
The funny part. My armor is totally down when I am practicing. When I am practicing, I am an open, like anyone can read me. I am open, like truly open. That's the only time I'm vulnerable, or my armor or my shield is down, is when I am on my yoga mat, when I'm in a sacred space of other yogis.
Why don't you approach this as a totally different type of yoga? Go in already meditating on things. Go in calm, grounded, and just enjoy it.
I will consider that. I never looked at it as a practice. Maybe I need to, but you know.
I would allow it to happen. Let it. Because I mean,
I'm earth.
You can't lose anything. There's nothing to lose right now. There is nothing to lose. You have nothing invested.
You're absolutely right. That's why it's so easy to just cut it off right now.
No, but don't cut it off. It's so easy. No.
I love the celibacy life I've lived for 5 years. It's been drama-free. I never had to worry about no damn diseases. I don't have to worry about who other energy is in my fucking bed. I don't have to worry about that. So this 5 years of celibacy, my beautiful family, has been lovely. I swear to God, it has. But the first 2 years been rough. But the other one's been pretty chillax. I can deal with it.
But you need to have sex. You want to know why you need to have sex? Your sacral chakra.
Oh, we know.
Is wrapped so tight.
I know.
We had this conversation.
Even my guru told me that I need to have sex. Literally. My guru told me.
Spirit told me you needed to have sex. I'm standing over your sacral chakra and I'm like, ooh, this sacral chakra needs to, or like Latay just said, she said, why don't you do yoga with Blue Shirt?
Blue Shirt is not a yoga type man.
Listen, if you were to go and put on something real cute and start doing some savasanas, all you gotta do is watch, honey.
Well, you told me I have to wear red panties and I couldn't do that.
You don't have to wear red panties all the time. The red panties is for your grounding, for your root chakra.
I don't have red on, but it's not red.
You don't need to have any panties on when you're doing your yoga for this man. You can turn your yoga into a beautiful sexual experience with this man where he doesn't even have to touch you.
Wait a minute. Who said it's going to be with Blue Shirt?
This is hypothetical.
Okay. Hypothetical.
With any man.
Hypothetical.
With any man. It doesn't matter if it's blue shirt, green shirt, purple shirt.
Number one, hypothetically, you need to show me your papers. I need to see HIV tests. I need to see syphilis. I need to see gonorrhea.
We weren't even talking about that part yet.
I need to see papers. You need to be certified USDA.
That's
grade,
fine.
You know,
that is
bona fide,
fine.
Clean.
Okay. If anyone who wants to engage in sex with you and that's your stipulations, then go ahead.
No, that is a must.
Right. So then go ahead. But what's wrong with I'm not even talking about having any sex with him. I'm just saying you can get off on doing yoga for him naked or in something cute
no,
and
it's
just
something private. It's something spiritual. It's not. I can't like yoga.
You don't think sex is spiritual?
This is a turn off. When I introduce myself to guys and I say, yeah, I'm a yoga instructor. Oh, you're flexible. Motherfucker, bye.
Those are fuckboys.
I can't like that makes my male energy just want to punch him in the mouth, literally. And I'm not a violent person.
But
for those who know me,
those are fuckboys. Fuck them. We're not talking about them. We're talking about men like Mr. Blue Shirt, okay? Where it's gonna come to a point.
It is.
And stop denying it because the fact that you hear his voice and you're about to have orgasm. So stop denying it. There's going to come to a point where you're going to be intimate with this guy, where you're going to be open with this guy. And I'm giving you some sexual pointers here. Your yoga is magic, right? Yoga is a practice. Yeah. Sex is magic. You don't even have to have any penetration or touching and bust a whole big nut.
I know this. You've taught me this. You've taught me the magic of sex. You've taught me.
I taught her the magic of sex. I taught her sex magic. And yet we are waiting to apply the lessons of Old School Brew House.
Just because I'm
sex magic class.
Huh? I don't have to apply it just yet.
No, but we're waiting for the application.
Yeah. Well, you know.
It's ticking. Time's a ticking.
Just like applications on your computer, it takes time to download.
It only takes less than 30 seconds
if you
here.
have a good connection.
Listen here, then get your connections right. I aligned the chakras already. You're yogied up.
Yogied up.
Now it's just time to knock down some of that armor and go get some of that big dick energy that's waiting. Oh. You have big dick energy. He got big dick energy.
I'm an alpha female. This is the thing. He is an alpha male.
Right.
I'm always attracted to alpha men.
That's because you're an alpha female, so you need to be with it. Imagine you not being with an alpha male. What are you gonna do? Be with a kitten? Like, You would dominate him. You would be bored.
Poor baby. He'll be sitting in the corner somewhere.
Right. So.
I don't know.
She got all the tools, y'all. All the tools. So we're just gonna wait. Oh, Andre said invite him to dinner.
And he really wouldn't leave because I can cook.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I don't understand. Do you want him to eat out? Do you want him to get McDonald's for him?
I don't even eat McDonald's. I haven't had McDonald's in freaking years.
We get that, hypothetically. So,
it could be, that could be a possibility.
Right. I'm so confused. What do you want then? Do you know what you want?
Yes, I do. I truly do. I truly do. I want to not be so male energy forward.
Okay, so you have to work on your Kundalini energy.
And I've been working on it.
Okay. You know what? I think that you should take a pole dancing class.
My girlfriends, oh my goodness, I have a group of girls. We've been friends for 20 plus years. I love them. And they have offered pole dancing classes, and I have always like, nah, it's not me. I'm okay.
It's just a class. It's not actually going out there getting money.
I know.
Do you want to do a private pole dancing class?
No, I'm good with going to a class. That is no problem.
Kind of like we could do it in the house.
I have no problem doing it.
I will teach you all kinds of tricks. It'll be the sex magic class 2.0.
With you, it's 5.7. It's always hiding. It's never on the bare minimum. Not with you, sis. It's never bare minimum with your ass.
I don't like bare minimum.
Yeah, I know.
I like go hard or go home.
You do not do well with mediocrity.
No, not at all.
That is not.
I get bored very easily. Well, I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah.
I'm a Puerto Rican, Moroccan, Scorpio, Bruja. I get bored easily.
Yeah.
And I have a very voracious, another word.
Voracious. Can somebody check that too? Voracious.
I make up words.
I see. I'm gonna have to write these words down. Voracious. What the hell?
I have a very insatiable.
Okay.
Is that better?
I can go with that.
I'm just gonna Google voracious.
I can do that.
I make up words all the time.
I see.
I've been doing this since I was a little girl.
I see. It's no problem. There's no problem whatsoever.
But it is a word. I just Googled it.
Yeah.
Wanting or devouring great quantity.
Yeah. My mother was saying this word over and over again, and I kept saying, "Mine, that's not a word." She said, "Look it up," and God damn it, if I didn't Google it and it was a word, she said, "Told you." So I guess all words are just someone had to make them up.
Yes. But back to the voracious appetite that
Back to
I have.
the appetite.
Shanta Marie said, I'm going to use that. You can use voracious as much as you want now that we've fact checked that it is a real word.
An actual word.
And I'm not making that up.
She's not making it up.
So we're about to go on break. We'll be back as we continue with Salacious Life Radio. Stay tuned. Oh my God. This is hilarious.
Just a Bit Outside radio show.
There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least one strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is, you know, and then when you think about it, it's like, okay, you know, that, to me, that's like, a big reason why, they're losing right now.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, one with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right.
They were going into that National Series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have, well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the
how much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the margin of victory, kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that you're.
Then your average game you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like negative 65, this early in the season is pretty rough.
That's horrible.
The pitching numbers pretty much support this stat right here. I mean, the team ERA is 4.70, which is 26th in the league. They have 126 walks allowed. They acquired Jared Weaver in the offseason, and he really has not panned out. He's off to one of the worst starts in any of the pitchers in 2017. He's 0-4 with a 6.05 ERA. In May alone, he already has 12 earned runs in May. And, another one of their pitchers, Clayton Richard, he's 2-4.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hi, and we are back at Salacious Live Radio, and we are going to continue the conversation with Dee. For those of you tuning in right now, I am Lynette, and I am covering for Dr. Ren Avery while she is out living her best life. But we are here talking about dating in our 30s and 40s, Dee re-entering the dating world. And while we were on break, we were talking about in the dating world, right? And I need some men to come in on this conversation. So in talking with friends and my closest sisters, there seems to be this thing, and the reason why I have no clue about this is because I have not been with a man in... These represent years. So...
See, this is why I keep a fan around me. I can't.
So, when in the dating world, my girlfriends always they complain to me, right? They complain that, he's talking like a game, he's building up the pussy is what they call it. So, building up the pussy only to be let down. And the letdown is horrible. Either the sex is really bad, I can't say if size matters in hetero world, but stroke matters.
I don't know.
Oh my God, that is a shirt.
stroke matters. I think I don't know, because people think stroke, like actual people having strokes.
Your stroke matters.
Yeah.
You gotta have a graphic with it.
Yeah. That's not. Oh, if I see a shirt like that, I'm gone. I'm done. I'm like that. Well, I can't speak on that. Maybe we can have some people like let us know. I can't speak on that. I just know that after 5 years and we build up to be let down, baby, you walking out without a lung. I will stab you. I'll take that charge. I will take that charge. Either that or I'm tying you down to a bed and you're not leaving for a weekend. One of the two.
It sounds like misery now.
Hey.
Oh, honey.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I can't speak on that because I have a strict rule. Like, I will stab you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not sexy, but not, after 5 years I will stab you.
I just feel like I would be extremely disappointed and disgusted first of all, you gotta understand, I'm coming from a place like I ain't done this in a long time, right? So
the same place. So what's the difference?
But you've been with men.
Of course. I was
right
for 8 years.
I've been more on the woman's side. So, Teresa just said, real men don't say shit. They just sneak up on the pussy and beat it down. Teresa, oh my God, I fucking love you, yo.
I love you, sis.
I love you so much.
I love you, girl. Yes.
So I feel bad when men do that to women. They build them up, they tell them I'm gonna do these things to you, or just, not even sex talk, maybe just.
But women do the same thing to men.
Absolutely.
Trust me, there's some women out there that talk some good shit. And then when it comes down to it, them brothers be like, what did I just do for the last however long it took? Like, really? They thinking it's like this, but it's really like this.
What the hell? I'm sorry. This is
what they think it is. And when reality is like this.
And what's this, the ham sandwich?
It's open.
It's the one that's all.
Yeah. But then some women like that little thing, they think it's like this. But in reality it's like this.
That's a goddamn shame.
Yeah. But
I think what happens when has that ever happened to you? I had to refresh.
Yes, refresh.
And also those, oh my God, Teresa said walking around with a salchicha. Those watching, I want you to really tap in here and tell me what has it happened to you where you thought you were gonna get something really delightful and instead it was a salchicha.
Please explain to those people who don't know what a salchicha is.
A salchicha is a Vienna sausage.
Okay.
So in Spanish it's salchicha. But we're gonna go to break. And when we come back, we're gonna continue talking about salchicha. We're gonna go to break. All right, we'll be back. Salacious Life Radio.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united.
Here's what you missed on Salacious Life Radio.
You know, when it comes to your children, especially if you're dating someone that you actually like actually like, you do want it to work. So you're gonna hope and encourage the relationship between your child and that person because you like that person, you know, so you're gonna hope for the best. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't work and you can't make it work. You can't force it. It's like a branch. You keep bending it, eventually it'll snap, and even if you put it back together, it'll never be what it once was. But you definitely pray on it. You hope for the best, you know, because like nobody wants to spend the rest of their life alone just because that a particular relationship didn't work out, but you had this beautiful creature as a result of it, you know. But you don't want to necessarily spend and you're not all of a sudden a bad person. You're not all of a sudden not going to fulfill this other person's needs.
You, madam, are a harlot and a scoundrel.
Because I had one kid while I was still married. Like,
but what if you?
I take that back.
What if the situation turns around the other way? So you ready for your child to meet? They meet the person, and this person is a giver. So this person's buying your child lots of gifts and wanting to.
I would usually.
Do you let?
You don't like if it's a birthday or some sort of holiday or something like that. Okay, and they want to get them a few things or get them something. Okay, but just on like a regular basis, like unless it's like Nestle's Quick or something that you can get from like, you know what I'm saying, or like Kit Kats or something like that. Like, no, don't spend a lot of money. It's unrealistic.
I'm sorry.
It's unrealistic. Like, don't try to buy his.
Tune in live to Salacious Life Radio every Wednesday from 9 to 11, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back live on Salacious Life Radio with your cover host, La Fuerza, Old School Bruja radio show host, covering for Dr. Ren Avery and Dee. So just before we went on the break, we were talking about building up to thinking that you're going to get some great poontang or peen, and it winds up being, as Teresa so eloquently put it, like salchichas. Salchichas are Vienna sausages. And then she had the nerve to say right here, what happens when, what? Y'all never seen a dude with a fupa. So for those who don't know, fupa is the acronym for upper pussy area. But on a man, oh, Teresa, now I have visuals.
Yeah.
And she said, what we're going to do with that? I don't know. Somebody must love a fupa on a man. I mean, there's somebody for everybody out there. It's not like, I mean,
hey,
you see the worst of the worst.
Yeah. And sometimes that is your experience.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what you want. Like, or settle for, whatever it is that you...
Hey, I guess when the lights are off, you can't see nothing.
You just...
Yeah, lift it out.
And then that's when it's...
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, my hands went down too low. The ball shouldn't be that low.
Yeah, like that. And that.
Right here.
Like this.
Like this.
It's skin flapping.
Oh, hell.
And then when you sweat and it kind of sticks and it's like a suction cup.
This is getting worse.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put that in your head.
Because now all I hear is...
Look, we do not have to do those sound effects, girl.
For the audience to really get what we mean, here you go.
And then it is done. like waiting to exhale.
Oh, yes.
Like waiting to exhale. Everybody know that scene? And he's like, oh, and he's done. And she's like, I could have had a damn V8.
Rich James said, lights off, hell, I need to see things. And Teresa said it, the crazy thing, it is always these loudmouth trash talkers.
It is.
You know, I guess I have to go off of past experience where men did that. You know, they trash talk, and then when it was time to deliver, I was like, you don't even know where my clitoris is.
But see, this is the part that I'm not understanding. You had to been with someone before you got, just hypothetically, you got to me. It's on their motherfucking responsibility to tell you the truth, man or woman. It's their job to inform you, you're bad, baby. You're just bad. We need to get your game up. If they don't tell you, they've done a disservice to this society and to me and to you, because I will take a loan. So, educate.
Take a loan, kidnap you.
Kidnap
you up,
yeah.
I you to her dog Max.
Woo! I've been telling this bitch to sit in the corner for 5 years. Trust me, when she is released, that is it. That's it. But my thing is, it is the other person before me job to tell you you're bad.
So what happens if, okay,
or we need to work on it. You don't have to say they're bad, because that's cruel, and you don't want to knowingly put cruelty out there. You just have to say we need to work on some things. That's about it.
What happens though if you're caught off guard? Like, let's say it's someone that you really, really thought it was going to be great, and then you get there and it's really bad, but you're like one of those like, what the?
See, this is where your
moment,
Inspector Gadget comes into play.
Okay.
Like if you read, who was the woman that plays in Blackish as the mother, the really good theater.
Oh my God.
What is her name?
Why did her name just escape me?
Yeah, I read her book.
Mm-hmm.
And in her book, she said, always check the meat.
Jennifer Lewis.
Always check the meat. You check it. You have to check it by sitting on his lap. You gotta check it by, you have to check it.
But I mean, it doesn't.
You gotta check. Always check. She said it. These not my words.
But the thing is,
she said always check.
You can have a very well endowed dong and not know how to stroke.
Well, see, that can be work. That's
and be a whole waste of a man. Throw the whole man away.
No. You keep him.
He's attached to the dick.
You keep him, but you teach him or her. We keep saying men, but there's some horrible women.
No, seriously. Today, I'm really talking about dick.
Okay,
we're talking about dick right now.
Okay,
we'll switch over to vagina at some point if the segue presents itself.
But for the men, you have to check it, and if it's a good package, but it's just not properly in operating order, you get the instruction book out, draw a color, pictures.
Oh my God.
Pictures are good. Look, diagram, if IKEA can do it, why can't we?
I've already lost interest.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm already like, you know what? If I have to do all this, I have to give an instruction manual. It's enough that you have to learn my body, right? You have to learn what I want. But the way you learn it is by feeding off my rhythm and my responses and entering into my energy field. If you can't tap into my rhythm and the way my body's moving and responding to you, and you're on your own.
An elder told me. An elder told me, if you know that you're in sync or rhythm with a man, you have to dance with him. If your man don't take you dancing, if y'all can't dance, and speaking of dancing, Blue Shirt is the best dancer.
So, the other thing, I have a question, because I know that there's a theory out there that you can, like Betty Jane Jones said, feet and how they walk. You can tell. That is a whole diabetic lie. Because, let me tell you, past experience.
When you was for the head of the team, okay.
I was so enthralled by this one dude. I remember this. I was enthralled. I really liked him. We were dating, and I held out for a long time, right? Talk about the build-up. He never once was like, you know, that shit-talking type. He was just very sexy. And big, too. Good 6'3", 6'4", body, big feet, all that. And when it came down to the intimate part, had the great size, had no game.
Did you go dancing with him?
Yes.
And he can dance?
Yes.
He can
danced
move?
his ass off.
I mean, not like club, like,
No,
I mean, okay, all right. And
it was bad, yo. It was so bad.
How can you
Right, that's what I'm saying. These theories don't matter.
No. Dancing is a good one. You have to know how to move. You have to know. Especially when it's come to the energy field of you in
That's
sync.
the thing. It wasn't. I don't think we were just. It was a long time ago, but I honestly don't think that we were compatible in that way. Because I think I was too much of a sexual being.
And that can
because
happen.
I embrace that.
But see, that can happen. Somebody frequency is higher than another one's, and it doesn't match. And we've got to understand, we're talking about connections. We're not talking about one night stands, and some people do consider those as connections. That's their source of connection. Those are the ones that can be succubus and succubi. They can do that. They can just take and move on with no connection. That's fine. I'm not judging that. But I'm talking about that true soul-shattering, earth-moving connection. I mean, like my girl said, everybody is teachable.
But I'm not here to teach. Listen, I don't want to teach shit. I don't want to have, I teach a sex class. That's a class. I'm not trying to teach my sexual partner how to have good sex. I need you to learn my body, that's fine, but I need you to come with some experience. But I really don't have time to sit here and teach you. I'm not in my 20s anymore.
I understand that.
I got shit to do. I got business to run. I can't come out with the workbook and the crayons. I can't.
Hey, some people, and I'm going to tell you what is the key factor, and I'm going to be honest. If that man got money and that man take care of his business, and that is the only concern you have is teachable, you better get the Crayola crayons and the IKEA 1, 2, insert slot A into slot B, maybe slot C if you're good on a good day.
Teresa, I am with you on that. Teresa, stroke game cannot be taught.
True.
Either you got it or you don't.
That's just like dancing. It's not, everyone has a rhythm. You may be on 2-4, you may be on 1-3, but everyone has a rhythm.
Well, the 1-3s need to be canceled.
We're not going to talk about
We're going to throw the 1-3s back.
We're not going to talk about who's on the 1s and 3s now, are we?
Who?
That's another segment.
I feel so lost on this show right now.
Who is the beat? Who does the 1s and the 3 beats? Y'all know who I'm talking about.
You know who we're talking about.
We know who we talk about. We know.
The caucasity of that statement is quite unacceptable.
I did not say it. I just say we know who's on the 1s and 3s. That's all I said. That's all I say. We know who's on the 1s and 3s, okay? The eating teach. Are we going to go with the eating? Can we discuss the eating?
Listen, eating pussy is mandatory.
That's like breathing, baby. That's like breathing.
Teresa, again, Teresa, you're right. You can teach eating. You can teach
circles.
I was gonna tongue tie. You can teach eating pussy. It is very easy because a few weeks ago I was at a barbecue that someone had invited me to, and it was a networking event. But it was a very small networking event, and it was people who were in their 20s, so I felt much older. But one guy started talking about eating pussy, and I was just listening to it. Like, the conversation shifted because there was a lot of liquor involved.
That always does it.
There was a lot of liquor involved.
Let me tell you, my grandmother always told me, you believe a man when he is drunk.
I believe this man because what he was saying was terrible.
When you drink?
As I'm listening, I was quiet, right? Yeah. And he was like, just trying to tell the group, because I can't really remember how this conversation started, but he was trying to tell the group how to eat pussy. And I was like, that's wrong. And everyone looked at me because I had not outed myself in the party or anything like that. And I was like, that's wrong. And I proceeded to teach them how to eat pussy. And it was great. So I taught the group how to eat pussy. They were very impressed. But the thing is, if you don't know how to eat pussy, if you don't know how to eat pussy but your stroke game is good, I could help you with that. All right, so we're gonna come back. We're gonna go to a break. Oh, I'm sorry, we're not on a break. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you a little bit. There we go. So, I'm sorry, I can't hear. So eating pussy is mandatory.
Very mandatory.
If your stroke game is off, I can't fuck with you. Because I'm not going to sit here and teach you that. But if your eating pussy game is a little off, your stroke game is good, I can work with you on that because it's simple, like Teresa said. Circles, big circles. Stay up at the top. Everything's up at the top. Big circles.
No. No. I can't.
You can't what?
I can't. I can teach you stroke game. We can do that. I am a yoga instructor. I know how to do anatomy and body and rhythm and breathing. We can do this.
But what
I have the patience for it. And that's the good thing. I have the patience for that stuff. I have patience for days. Sometimes it amazes me. I have patience. I can do the stroking. If your head game, I'm not. That's like I can't.
You can't teach them.
No.
You'll teach a man how to stroke.
Back in my 20s, I have put men out my fucking house that didn't have good head game. Oh, you gotta go. They'd be like, what? I've literally put them out. Like, you gotta go.
I've kicked women out. I've kicked men out.
I've kicked many men out of my place. I've kicked them out. Like, and the next day they like, what happened? If I gotta explain it to you, there's no need. There's no need.
But that's how I feel about dick, like stroke game.
There's no need.
And I'm talking about stroke game strap-ons because that's my experience.
That's yours.
And then past experience was actual peen. But even then, women with strap-ons, you'll come across some that don't have any stroke game at all, and you're like, what the fuck? And you're like, ugh. Just let me go sit on it. Just don't. Just don't move.
I don't understand. I can't.
What?
I'm quiet.
Don't move?
I'm quiet. I'm
just gonna ride it. Surfboard it real quick. You know what I mean? You gotta surfboard something.
Oh, my sister.
No, we're not surfboarding?
No surfboarding.
Are you surfboarding tonight?
No, surfboarding.
I was trying to see.
No.
I was trying to see if you would go there.
No.
I was trying to get you some.
I'm just trying to get a hug. What is wrong with you?
I was see how far I could go.
Can I just get a hug? Can I just start with that with blue shirt? Can I just start a hug?
Okay, can we get a hug and a kiss?
How about we might not even get that, man. I may not even get the hug from blue shirt, depending on how I'm feeling after this. I might be like, I'm done. I'm going home and go to sleep. I'll catch up with you on the flip side.
Oh.
But we both know that it may or may not happen, depending on how.
I need you to just go there tonight.
Can we go back to can we get off of me for a second and go back to the damn issue at hand? Okay. Can we just do that?
I was trying.
I see. Can we just go there? Can we just, please, people?
All right, fine.
Fine.
We're gonna see what happens later on, Mr. Blue Shirt. I want Mr. Blue Shirt.
Mr. Blue Shirt's might not even watching this.
That's fine, because I'm gonna send Mr. Blue Shirt the link. And Mr. Blue Shirt, I want you to watch the show.
Oh, jeez.
And then after you meet up with Dee, just give me a call. Shoot me a text, a messenger message, instant message. But I want to know what she did or didn't do. Because I want this to happen deep down in my soul. I think I'm living vicariously through you sometimes.
I don't know why. Me?
I don't know. Just right now in the moment.
Okay.
I feel like I'm living vicariously through you for your new sexual escapade. I'm excited for you.
Where did this come from? You have written a whole fucking soap opera for me already.
I'm way in chapter 5. You're still in the preface.
I'm still on the hard copy. I'm like,
We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break as I continue to bother Dee right here on Salacious Life Radio.
Be Exposed Radio.
It's a family affair if you want to look at it that way.
It is. I totally agree, and I believe I believe that this wisdom on the wall is going to be a movement, and that's what I believe we are doing. Is we're creating a movement where people essentially, even after we've presented in these workshops, then they'll be inspired to sort of document some of the things that they've gone through and empower somebody else. So it'll be like a chain effect. So they'll see that, we were just 3 women who have gone through various things and experiences in our lives, and we just took the opportunity to sit down, put it in a book, and then it'll be a movement, and then other women will be inspired to do the same thing. Let me tell you, we are better together. We are so much better together, family. I'm telling you. When we band together, put our resources and our experiences together, we can create a movement, and that's what it's about, inspiring people to do more than what they may currently see of their own lives, that they can do so much more. So yeah,
you are exactly right.
The Inspired Radio Show. Tune in every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m.
Even as a comedian, if I say a joke and it just might not fit your cup of tea, but it's mine, that's what a comedian is supposed to do.
But people forget
everybody's not going to find your jokes funny. They better find mine funny.
But they forget that, though. They really forget that. They forget that but it's your view. That's why they didn't fire her.
Yeah.
Because her viewpoint is controversial.
Her view. That's the view she sees.
Right.
Everybody is clear to her.
Like they did their reaction to
cellophane.
They did the reaction to the Chris Rock Oscar, and they were talking about Stacey Dash, and I don't think she agrees with Stacey Dash, but she pointed her out as somebody who has an opinion that is just different from everybody else's.
Her opinion is just stupid, though. Stacey Dash she's like a Dash. Let's just move on.
I think she's intelligent, but her
You're still going.
opinion.
We're gonna move on. Stacey Dash doesn't need to be talked about. She's irrelevant.
You said her name like 3 times already.
She's irrelevant.
I said it once.
Dash. ... So,
I couldn't have meant that more. She is so irrelevant. I'm not even going to say her name. But we're here every Tuesday, and we talk about people just like that at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Salacious Live Radio, and I'm your cover host for Dr. Ren Avery, La Fuerza, host of Old School Bruja Radio. And this is Dee, who continues to enjoy this wonderful conversation as I harass her the entire time.
Pretty much. So, we talked about getting hit. Let's talk about giving hit. Let's talk about the game, the stuff, the thing.
So, okay. Giving head, so we're going to keep this as a very general term.
Okay, general.
The giving head. I love to give head. I love to give head.
Back in my day, I'm talking like I'm old and shit. It's been some time.
It's not back in the day, it was just 5 years ago.
Even before then it wasn't.
Here's the thing. Sucking dick is a whole different ballgame for me. Now, let's backtrack to when I was sucking dick on the reg.
Many moons and stars and galaxies.
I was very, very good. 4 schools.
And
7 years ago, I had a dick in my mouth.
But it's the feel of a male organ in your hands is number one. I don't agree with Freud when he said women have penis envy. I don't envy the penis. I love the penis. I adore the penis. I don't envy it because, you know, everybody says, you know, you acting like a pussy. Well, like Betty White said, you know, pussy's strong. Pussy goes through childbirth, pounding on it, and takes a licking and keep on ticking. But, you know, the dick is weak. It's pretty weak.
But what about head?
The head is, if you got a gag reflex, it doesn't work well with you. If you don't know how to control the muscles of your throat and your jaw, you will hurt somebody. And it will be yourself, not just the other person. But, you know, that's a big thing. You know, getting head, getting your dick sucked. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's for men. It's a power thing. It's a. I don't know. It's always salacious in rap videos about getting your dick sucked and getting your Jimmy wax, whatever you want to call it. I'm showing my age, Jimmy wax. What the fuck?
Who the fuck says that?
That was some New Jack City shit. Don't act like y'all don't fucking know that shit. So anyway, the point is, in order to do that, it has to be an understanding. If it's about harshness, it's just like giving head. And just like, you know, you got to know your game. And women talk a good game about, I give good head, and they wind up scraping teeth and hurting the poor man. Poor man.
You want to know something really funny? Speaking of giving head. And if any of my friends from high school are watching, some of my girlfriends, remember the Coca-Cola bottles, the glass ones?
Yeah.
I used to teach them how to give head by mouthing, swallowing half the bottle. Like, I would literally be like, and then pop it back out.
That's horrible.
And then I would teach them how to eat pussy too. I had to move their tongue around.
My thing, if you don't come to me with that game, I can't teach you that.
No, I'm talking about, this was in high school. Hanging out with friends.
Okay. I don't know. I don't.
Hanging out with friends, this is what I would do. So I was teaching them how to not have a gag reflex at 15.
See, that was some child trafficking shit. She was on some sex labor, some sex trade shit.
I was rolling it out.
At 15.
I
don't know.
That's why I have a 20-year-old now.
This is my thing. My thing is, if you're going to do oral sex and you know your game is not on point, learn. There's so much out there. There's porn. There's books.
Let me tell you something.
Everything. Just learn. You have, just like anything else, like any other practice, you have to learn it. You have to constantly practice.
Well, let me tell you what my mother told me. 2 weeks before my mother died, and this is my mother's personality all day. 2 weeks before my mother's died, we had a conversation about giving head. My mother told me with a banana. She showed me with the banana, and then she had the nerve to say, "Don't let it hit the air." I was like, "Mommy, what the hell are you talking about? If you're giving head, honey, you're gonna swallow. Don't let it hit the air." Ma, I'm mortified. Rest in peace. But every time she comes around, I already know what I hear because it's the last conversation about, like a joking conversation we had before she died, because she got sick very quickly. And my mother was so raw and raunchy, but I will never forget the fact that she told me, never let it hit the air. And it stuck with me my whole life. But now I'm like, if I were to ever engage in that at some point in my life ever again, I have to write a book just about that experience.
Hey, you know, sometimes they don't know if they're coming from the throat or the pussy. Who knows?
What? What the hell does that mean?
The sperm, just come.
You don't know if it's coming from the throat or the pussy, but oh, them.
Yeah.
I was confused. I'm like,
them.
how I would know that if it's going down my throat?
It's a trick. A lot of women can't swallow, and it is a trick. It is a constriction of the back of the throat and the underneath the jaw.
Yes. We're about to go to break, and we'll be back continuing to talk about not letting it hit the air and giving head. This is awesome on Salacious Live Radio.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or in different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything, in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Live Radio. We're going to continue the conversation about giving head and what my mama taught me. Don't let it hit the air.
That just doesn't sound right.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I know it doesn't sound right, but you have to understand where my mom was coming from.
Sweetie.
My mom was my everything, but she was the raunchiest, realest, funniest woman, and that's just what it is.
That's what it is. Not my mom. My mama.
So are you, hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically, people.
Hypothetically speaking, are you opposed to giving head to Blue Shirt at any time tonight?
No! I just want a fucking hug! What is wrong with you? I'm not understanding this shit. I just want a fucking hug. It is not that deep. Baby step, shit.
Oh, Terry. So Terry says it liquefies within a few minutes once it hits the air instead of the gel-like substance. Oh, God.
Wow.
I just keep getting visuals and now I'm stuck.
Wow. That's amazing. That makes sense.
Yeah. Cool. Just straight on down the hatch.
But everything is a connection. If it's done in understanding the connection, if a person won't do that. It's something, and I don't care what anybody says, it's something psychological that won't allow them to let go to do that. And unfortunately, it's starting to become a little bit more prevalent, but in African American community, now it's starting to be talked about more, but you try to be a good girl, when they say get your knees black. That's an old school thing.
I remember that.
You remember that, if your knees, if you saw a girl and her knees were black, that means she gave head a lot. It's so many different.
Or she rode surfboard and had rug burns.
Well,
that's all. I mean,
we are so sexually suppressed. Now we're starting to become a little freer with this next generation that's coming out. That is like no holds barred, don't give a fuck. They just talk about everything.
Yeah.
But I'm a Generation X, so I'm that 90s, late 80s, 90s, teenager type thing.
I am too, and
it's one of those that you just never talk about it. Now me, out of my girlfriends, I was the first out of all of them that had, before the internet was like booming with sex, I had one of those platinum cards at the sex store on Route 40. I don't know if anybody know about this, that is on Route 40 all the way Eastern Avenue. I'm a queen. I may not talk about it. I know a lot, but I may not talk about it. But I was the queen of sex. I wanted to be a sex therapist. I never went through it. But the thing is we are suppressed because we have so much.
I think that we're in a time of sexual liberation now, where everything is free again.
But it can't be like the 60s because there's diseases that wasn't in the 60s that allow people. I mean, the worst you got in the 60s was pregnant or bleeding.
But no, we have protection. We have proper protections. We have proper medications now to prevent HIV. Oh my God, what is the name of it? Terry, what is the name of the new drug? PrEP.
PrEP. Yeah, I saw a commercial for that.
We have PrEP. We have obviously condoms. We have many different ways that we can have sex now without even you having penetration. So I think that we are in a place where we are free. We are embracing who we are. There is the embrace your body type, embrace your skin, and embrace your sexual identity and be fluid with that.
Yes.
Where you don't really even have to identify.
This millennials get a bad rap for everything, but that's one thing that they have understood, that they hug more. This millennial has taught Generation X that when they see their friends, they hug, they kiss them on the cheek, they embrace them. Where back in the day, you never really did that with your friends.
Oh no, we did that all the time.
I know, we did, but I'm talking about
it's culture.
Let's talk later, not Generation X, but the generation before Generation X.
Right, no, but that's a cultural thing because in Latino community, that's how we greet each other.
Hug.
Right,
it's more, but it's more now. Like they do it more, and it's like breathing. You see your friend, you hug them. Even men, even guys, they give dap. They give hugs. So I think that we are starting to get into that connection. But when it comes to men and women, it's so complicated. It's so complicated. It's very complicated.
Like for me, I have trouble. So if right now, where I'm at in my life, it's like being a virgin all over again for me as far as like entering into a world of male energy. And in the last 6 months, I have a lot of male energy around me. But as far as dating, I talk about it with my best friend all the time. I was like, I wouldn't know how to date a man if I were to start dating a man because I haven't dated a man in so long. I know how to date a woman. And some things about men are very foreign to me, so I wouldn't shut myself off, but I think being vulnerable with a man is something that I haven't been able to do yet because the men that I did have in my life, it wasn't a situation where being vulnerable was safe for me. And being a survivor of sexual assault, being vulnerable around a man means if I'm vulnerable with you and you're a male, you are extremely special.
And with me, because I'm such an alpha female, and let me explain. A lot of people think alpha females, in my opinion, alpha female don't mean a woman that's loud, that's boisterous. It's just I'm very straightforward and demanding. I'm gonna tell you what I want. This is what I want, because I had power taken away from me at one point. And then when I reclaim my power, I vow never to relinquish it to anyone. To anyone. No male. No male will ever get my power again. And that's where the walls came up. And that's where the fact that I'm going to put you in friend category. You're not going to get close to me. You're not. But this one person, I can't. It's hard. Like I said, just his voice is, I can't even put it in words, and that's very hard for me because I'm a very expressive person. I can't.
His voice does it for you.
Everything.
It's the vibration of his voice.
It's the vibration of his energy. It's his aura. It's his smell. It's everything. And I've never, no, correction. It's been one other man that I've felt this way with. I've never, other than this one guy years ago, I've never felt this way about this. I mean, even with my ex, I've never felt this way, ever. Mm-hmm. But time will tell. And even the hardest cement or concrete have cracks in them. So, I know.
I feel like you just really need to give it a chance, not go in worrying about what won't happen or how it may go. Just go in and flow with the energy and beauty as it manifests, as it grows, allowing yourself to accept the affection and the energy. And when I said allowing yourself to accept the affection, your whole energy just shifted.
It sure did.
Oh, that's deeper than.
But see, this okay. As a herbalist, as a hoodoo, I do work with this stuff. I work with this stuff, but it's so hard for me. It's so hard for me. It's one of them things that it's like a doctor who tell you don't smoke, but then you see him outside smoking a cigarette. Like it's very hard, and I've seen some doctors do that. It's very hard to do that because it's just hard. It's just really hard.
It's hard for you to what? Accept
it's hard
affection or to follow your own advice?
It's hard for me to follow my own advice.
So why are you giving it?
Because that's for them.
No.
That's for them.
That's not how this healing works.
That's for them. Whatever the spirits tell me, it's for them. Whatever herb touch my hand and I know that that's what they need.
Listen to this.
Whatever tea they need is what I give them.
But when the spirit has told you on multiple occasions.
I know.
You know, pero no estás haciendo.
I know.
Dice que sabe todo, pero no hace nada.
Okay.
You gotta do it.
Okay.
You can't preach it and not do it.
Okay.
Then you're just a Catholic priest. Ooh, that was shade. That was good.
And I'm Catholic. Wait a minute. Where's my fan?
There we go.
I can't.
It's the same thing. Try. Open up.
Baby snail steps.
Right.
Baby snail. Not even adult snail. So you know that's slow. Baby snail.
It's not that slow because I have a pet snail.
Baby snail steps.
I've lost my pet snail twice in my bedroom.
And you found one?
Yeah. It moves fast.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna go for it.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do a stripper class. We need to open up the sacral chakra.
A stripper class. Why can't we?
The pole dancing class, the strip class.
Okay, I can be fully dressed, right?
Oh, and
I can be fully dressed, right?
Are you fully dressed when you have sex?
It happens. It can happen.
No, you are going to this stripper class and we're going to open up the sacral chakra and the root chakra We're going to explore your sexual identity and freedom through the art of erotic dance. If you were to take an erotic dance class or even a burlesque class, it is so
I went to a burlesque class. Burlesque is more my speed.
I think you need to step it up a notch because obviously it didn't work.
I've never taken it. I said I think I can take burlesque because that's more my speed.
Do both. You're gonna mix. They're gonna mix them together. Honey, burlesque is very risque. Pole dancing doesn't mean that you're gonna stand there and twerk and just shake your ass the whole time. You're doing different techniques and everything. But the burlesque is even more sensual and sexy. I used to be a burlesque dancer for a very hot minute. I was a stripper and a burlesque dancer.
Wow.
And hot minute though, because I wound up getting a really good career. But it was the most erotic experience ever, and it was for me, where I can dance, I can open up and be just sexual all within myself in front of a mirror.
I have no problem with that. I have no problem being in front of a mirror at my house. I have no that is never a problem for me. I can look at myself naked. I'm just not at that place to have somebody else.
So I'm saying,
and it's not that I'm ashamed of my body. I love my body.
No, I'm saying just the class though.
That's vulnerability.
But just the class.
We'll do it. Okay.
Because the class, you can.
I have no problem doing it. I'm open to it.
Because I mean, you can be. It's not fully nude, but you're gonna have little clothes on.
Oh. You said little clothes?
Yeah. You can have a sports bra and the little pom pom shorts, the little shorts.
I can do that.
And some socks.
I can do that.
Sneakers. Heels if you want.
Yeah, I'd rather do heels.
I wouldn't do the class in heels. not the way my knees and hips are set up at this time.
And I'm open. My whole take my head, take my foot up.
Yeah. So we should do it.
We will do it.
Because it's gonna be so much fun.
So much fun.
But it's with a bunch of women.
I know.
I will walk around naked around anyone, actually. I don't really fucking care. But my friends, all of my friends have seen me either partially nude or completely nude at one point in time. Because, I mean, we're getting ready. We're going out. I need to move past you while you taking a shit to get my mascara. Like, I don't even care.
Okay, things like that is, like I said, I have a group of sisters that I've been friends with for 20 plus years. We have seen everything about each other.
Yeah,
that's not the problem. That's really not the problem. It's not. It's when that male energy try to come up against my alpha female energy, and you want me to relinquish it.
No one said to relinquish it.
Nigga, no.
No one ever said to relinquish it, though. Why would you relinquish it? Why would you relinquish your power? It's supposed to be a meeting, a gathering of energies. There's a vulnerability that goes there when you gather the energies.
You said the key word, vulnerability.
But that's what needs to happen in order to connect. So we have to work on vulnerability.
Yeah. I'm not vulnerable to anybody. Only thing I'm vulnerable to is my creator.
So vulnerability, not being vulnerable to anyone, can turn you into an ice queen.
No. I don't think so. I'm very loving.
No, you're loving, but I'm talking about an intimate relationship. So if you can't be vulnerable with someone, there's gonna come a point where that's it. That relationship, it can't go anywhere else. You're okay with that. That's it. That's done. So you don't want a relationship at all?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I do.
No, but if you can't be vulnerable with someone, the relationship will come to an end.
You gotta understand something. It's a learning process. When you have your guard, when you've been hurt and you've been battered and you've been emotionally abused and verbally abused, and you heal, you develop a thick skin, a very thick skin.
Honey, I've been there too.
I know. And I'm not saying, and I know you totally understand. I know.
I get that.
I'm just, because I've gotten so comfortable with just,
You got comfortable in your thick skin that now you're impenetrable.
Oh my God. Do you realize that I can make myself?
We're about to go on a break and we'll be right back.
Black by Demand radio show.
2 years ago. If you broke that bike and it don't work, that's on you, brother. I suggest you get that toolkit out back and then start working with it, right? Yeah. So my son's looking at me like, wow. And I broke down to him how we had got fixing flat tires down to a science. You understand what I mean? Sticking the tube in the water. Right? Talk to me, brother. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, critical thinking. And seeing, we look at that now and like kids, they not as on hands like we were back in the day.
That's because nowadays you don't have to put the bikes together anymore. They can come assembled.
Yeah, everything's coming assembled.
In the store, they ask you like if you want it already assembled.
Right.
Back then, you just got the box with 1 million pieces.
Right, and today I don't think they could work with that.
It's just like the thought process. Nowadays, you get a bike that's already put together. Now, when you were younger, you had to put this bike together.
You got to put it together.
That basically closes your mind into learning how to do something.
Yes.
Now you're giving it something. So, okay, you take this and this is what it is.
Right.
So now we have to run with this instead of teaching the child. This is how you put this together, so you see the result as this.
Right. Critical thinking. I like that. Absolutely. So look, not to cut you off, Mrs. Niece, but let's go to our first commercial break. And then we'll go back.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
The real. Right. That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back at Salacious Life Radio, and we're gonna continue this wonderful conversation about dating and vulnerability. And so I'm going to switch gears and talk about I don't have an aversion to being vulnerable. I think I am very cautious on who I am vulnerable with. Like, there are certain people that I'm vulnerable with and they know my everything. And most of those people are of the same sex. Only one other person, which is my father-in-law, who knows everything there is to know about me, because I'm really close to him. But vulnerability was something I had to work on when my mother died, because I became so rigid, because I had to protect myself, because that emotional pain was so great. And then adding insult to injury was sexual assault after that, domestic violence after that, trauma, world trauma, because I was at 9/11. Like, all of that created this bubble where I couldn't allow myself to tear it down, and then it started affecting my relationships. And especially in the work environment, I could not work with men at all. Working with men made me so uncomfortable because I was sexually assaulted in a workplace. I was sexually assaulted in a private setting. Like, it was multiple times that I've been sexually assaulted in my lifetime, where it got to a point where I couldn't look men in the eyes. I couldn't be in the same room with them by myself. And the shift that happened was the blockages that were occurring in my life and the patterns, where I was like, at one point I was like, I am so out of balance because I can't let in energies that are to serve me for my highest good, that are there to balance me out. And I started letting in more of my male friends and getting closer to them. And not that, you know, I always had this horrible negative idea that men always wanted to just fuck me all the time, because that's the way I was raised too. And then from the trauma, that's all I had, was you're out to use me, to ghost me, and fuck you, and that's it. And I was like, I don't want to even bother with that. But now that I've opened up and I'm welcoming the masculine energies, my friends are the most beautiful men, inside and out. And I'm just like so grateful for them, and I'm so grateful for that transformation, that I can talk to them about anything. I ask them all kinds of questions. And like,
let me ask you this.
My brother, I call him my brother, Terrence. He is a good friend of mine. He is like my bro. He's my bruh. And I love him so much. He drives me insane, but he has so much insight, and he gives me such good advice about all things relationships and business. And it's just unsolicited. He's just like, sis, we have to have our sit down. Every 2 weeks we have a sit down. We roll up, we puff, we eat, and we just talk it out and have a great time. But I just want to say thank you to Dr. Ren Avery for allowing me to cover for her. I love you dearly. I cannot wait for you to get back, and I get to see you and hug you and squeeze you. And I want to thank our guest, Dee, for coming in tonight and putting up with my shenanigans. And I want to thank you, all of you who came, all of you who engaged with the show today and gave your input and your laughter. I love you. Thank you so much. And we will see you again next week. Salacious Live Radio is every Wednesday at 9 p.m. on Be Exposed Radio. And tune in with me Tuesday, Old School Brew Heart Radio at 9 p.m. right here. Thank you so much, and have a great night. Stay sexy and stay salacious.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a good one.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles. Right. They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won